Laura, my name is Rachel and I'm going to be your therapist. So I got a little bit of information on why you're here, but why don't you go ahead and tell me what brings you in today?
My husband says if I don't stop drinking, then he's going to leave me.
Okay, so it sounds like your husband's taking a pretty hard stance on this. So what are your thoughts about your drinking?
Well, I'm thinking that I've worked hard all my life and I've never been arrested. I've always managed our money well, and I've been drinking pretty much since we met. And we've been married a really long time. He gets to do what he wants, and I've been getting to do what I want. Well, we've been living a pretty good life, and I've always been able to work and provide for my kids, and so I really don't see what the big deal is.
Okay, so what I'm hearing is that you work and have been responsible and have always been an upstanding citizen. And so it kind of feels as though you feel it's unfair that you do what is expected of you, and yet you're having others dictating your behavior and telling you what to do. Does that sound accurate?
Yeah, that's right. I don't really like people telling me what to do. Usually if someone tells me what to do, I tell them to F off. So, I certainly don't like it. So he is serious this time, so I don't know what to do, and I don't want to lose him.
All right, so that sounds like that is our dilemma here, I guess. On one hand, he is very adamant and concerned and is making his expectations very clear. And on the other hand, you're being asked to give something up that you're just not ready to give up yet.
That's right.
So why do you think your husband is so concerned?
Well, he says he's worried about my health since I have high blood pressure. He's also worried because my mother died of a heart attack at an early age, and I guess he's concerned that I'm going to drop dead or something. I've already outlived my mother by so many years, and again, it is my life.
You're right. He can threaten you to leave, and it sounds like you don't want this to happen. But then again, this is your choice in the situation. Okay, so your mother passed away when you were...
When I was at an early age.
Okay.
The doctors also told me to quit drinking about 20 years ago, and I'm still here.
Okay, so you feel you've beaten the odds so far.
Yes.
Okay, so you have proven a lot of people wrong over the years, and you are skeptical when anyone tells you that drinking is going to kill you.
Yeah, so it may kill other people, but it's not going to kill me.
Okay, so obviously it hasn't killed you and you are still here. Can you think of any validity towards your husband's concerns about your drinking?
Well, my daughter is in AA. When she was going through treatment, she blamed me a lot for it since I drink a lot, and my daughter sent me a letter about a month ago and stated that she loved me and didn't want me to die, and she's expressed that she doesn't like the drinking. But I've been working so hard to keep my family together while I raise 2 kids, put dinner on the table, and still find the time to take care of my husband. So I should be able to drink so I can relax. I deserve it.
Okay, so it sounds like you have this determination and work really hard. It sounds as though you've had a lot of success in your life, like your job, and had successfully raised a family. You know more than anyone how hard you've worked.
I don't think my husband appreciates how hard I've worked. He doesn't get it, and I wish he would just let me live the life I want to live, and I like drinking.
Okay, so you had mentioned your husband has some concerns about your drinking, and you mentioned earlier about your kids have some concerns too.
Yes, that's correct.
Okay, so let me ask you this. On a scale from 1 to 10, 1 being the least important and 10 being the most important, where would you put your alcohol on that scale?
Well, I haven't actually thought about that before. I guess about a 7 or 8. I'll just say 8.
Okay. So take that same scale and apply that to your husband and your children.
Oh, a 10 for sure.
Okay, very good. So your husband and your children are very important to you.
Oh, yes, they are my life.
So taking what you've told me, how do you feel you are putting the alcohol before your family? Or do you feel you're putting your family before the alcohol?
Well, I haven't actually thought about it that way. I guess I'm putting alcohol before my family.
If you're interested, I have some recommendations for you to consider. Is that okay? There is a program called Celebrate Recovery, and it meets every Thursday nights at 6. You'll meet others struggling with the same thing, and I think you'll find a lot of resources that you could use to your benefit. How do you feel about my suggestion? How would this fit in your current situation?
Okay, but I'm not ready to completely stop drinking. But I do see that I need to make some changes if I want to keep my family.
Okay, may I make another recommendation?
Okay.
I will see you again in 2 weeks, and in that 2 weeks I want to challenge you to not drink during those 2 weeks. I also would like for you to journal your feelings daily and pay extra attention to your cravings and what may cause your cravings. So how do you feel about this suggestion?
You know, I am here to get help, and so I think I will take on your challenge.
All right, that sounds great. Well, I want to thank you so much for coming in and talking to me. I know that it hasn't been easy from what you've described. It sounds as though you've really been going through some real struggles with this. But if you continue working hard, I have the confidence that you can do this.